Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to sit on just a little soft padding. Make my way here. And I need a few deep breaths. So I'm going to take a second and put my hands over my eyes and maybe lightly press in my palms a little bit through my thumbs and just breathe. And just with those exhales, you might notice, oh, something needs a little release. You kind of feel gravity. Talk to your shoulders for a moment. Let the shoulder blades slide down. Good. And then just exhale, releasing your hands. And then I want us to just begin kind of rocking some weight forward and some weight back. So just the act of rocking can be pretty therapeutic to us. So you can move forward, move back. Inhales and exhales as you go. Let's go ahead and take just a little minute here to now put your hands on the hips and then just let yourself kind of rock side to side. Feeling stability in your hips, little reach of the body. And then we can let your head kind of move in opposition to your ribs. So the ribs go one way, head goes the other. Just feeling a little lateral flexion in your back. Good. And then pause. Let's go ahead. Take your right arm up and lean into it. And then exhale, twist and pull behind you. So just your right arm up, hug the arm in, and exhale, twist back. Inhale up, exhale, and twist. Inhale, and exhale, twist. Inhale, stretching, reaching the arm overhead. Exhale, finding a little twist. Good. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale so the head can kind of reach with the arm. Exhale, twist behind you. Inhale, coming over. Exhale, twist, opening. Good. So now we're going to inhale, move back into the center, releasing the arms. And then just with your right arm, trying to create a whole sweep over the body. Good. And then with the left arm, let's go ahead and sweep out the other way. So sort of towards the left. And now with your two arms, let's come forward and pull in, dive out and pull in. And then resting the arms, let the torso now just move all the way around. So we're just trying to get a little blood flow and circulation through your trunk. Good, and let that travel the other way. Pause, sit tall for a moment, and then walk your two fingers out. Let the sternum move up, letting the front of the throat stretch. And exhale, round under. Sternum comes up, throat stretches. Exhaling back. Inhale. And exhaling back. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, moving back. This time we'll inhale, come up. Let the arms sweep up as well. Extend just your right leg. And exhale, come up over it. And once again, through the sternum, lifting up. And exhale, moving back. Extending, reaching up. And exhale, moving back. Extend the lift up, and then exhale, fold out over this leg. Give this a few breaths. And once again, the arms can float up, and we won't change the position of the two legs. Inhale, come stretch, reach your sternum forward. Exhale, rocking back. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, rocking back. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, rocking back. One more time. Inhale, come up, and then just lengthening out over this leg. And inhale, coming, reaching the two arms up in the air and the soles of the feet together now. Pull the arms out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. Hold the thumbs back behind the head, then reach the arms in front of the chest and back behind you and forward and back behind you. I want to play a little game here. One arm forward and one arm back. Good. So let's pause with the right arm back. Head reaches into the hand, stretching the armpit out. And then we'll exhale and switch, reaching the head back. And exhale, two hands behind the head. And exhale, coming up, a little twist to the right, a little twist to the left. And exhale, reach the right leg to your side. And from here, we'll open and kind of rock the rib cage towards your extended leg, towards your bent leg, towards the extended leg. Good, and then we'll take a big twist towards your extended leg. Come stretch over and just let the body go. I'm going to inhale, bring my two arms up, and then reach myself away, opening up the armpit chest, letting gravity stretch in there, freeing up my shoulder. And exhale, lifting, 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 arms coming up, and then I'll just change the position here of my two legs. So now the opposite leg is out. We'll move the hands behind the head and allow the ribs to rock and move side to side. And let your breath move with you. Maybe pulls you up on an exhale, releases into that movement on the other side. And from here, I'm going to exhale, take a twist, and come towards my bent leg or my extended leg. Again, letting those breaths be full, move deep. And I'm going to inhale, come all the way up, reach away from the extended leg, letting this whole armpit area open. Inhale, pulling up. This time I'll bend the extended leg. And then this time, I'm actually going to come off of this blanket. Bring your fingertips to the shoulders and just twist across. So inhale, feel your two sits bones come evenly. Exhale, twist across. Inhale, coming even. Exhale, reaching. Good. We'll leave the fingers here and come down and reach over, coming down and reaching over, coming down. And again, just movement as your body is saying yes. Doesn't need to be a big movement at all. Good. And then from here, I'll take this twist and come fold over my bent knee or that right knee. Feeling the breastbone, the sternum bone just melt into the thigh. Pushing up with your two hands and reaching back behind you. Good, and then we'll exhale, come up. And then let's go ahead, bring this foot here before we change up into the hip crease. And just feel that for a moment. Sometimes it provides a nice little bit of pressure. Do let the thighs again come even. And then twist towards the leg, maybe even finding the toes. You can check on your neck, this direction. Over one ear, then the other. And then we'll exhale, release out of that and change the position of your two legs. So now we've got the left knee bent in front and the right leg bending back. And we're going to just try to work on releasing the hips by coming towards the knee and then back and away. So a little rotation through the base of the thoracic spine. Good, and then let's let this come over. Let the sides of you stretch, one and then the other. Good, inhale, come up, rotate toward the front knee and come reach over that leg. And then we'll exhale, come up, reach away from the leg. Give a little stretch back into the forearms. Big breaths moving low. And then from here, once again, I'll pull up. Let this foot come into my hip crease. Maybe twist towards this leg. The hand and foot could come together or not. And then I'm going to exhale, release out of that, kind of roll my shoulders and bring your blanket. So I'll come, so it's kind of in the center of my mat, and I'll let my sits bones just come over it. And from here, let's try, I'm going to take my 2 hands behind my right thigh. Just let the head go for a second. So my feet here on the floor, just really dangle the head. And then I'll inhale and sit up and move my hands just to the thigh. Good. And then you could leave your right hand here, maybe take the left hand to the foot. Just let this leg begin to stretch. Even bring yourself towards it in a little twist. And we'll exhale and set that foot down. Come back, kind of dangle in between your 2 legs for a moment, letting the head be nice and heavy. And then we'll inhale, bring your hands back behind the left leg, sitting up. You could leave your left hand at the thigh, bring your right hand to the foot, the leg extend, sitting up, twisting towards the leg. And inhale, bringing that down. Inhale, the 2 arms stretch up. Exhale, twist all the way to the outside of your right leg. This right arm could come onto your back. And then we'll inhale, sweep that up, and find that on the other side. And inhale back through the center once again. And then let's just exhale and lightly bring your knees over the chest. Let's go ahead and cross your arms. So I've got opposite hand underneath my shoulders. I'm going to do a few little circles here with my legs glued together. Travel the other way. And now let the circles, the hips move away from each other, the femur bones move away from each other. And little circles, changing the direction, maybe feeling that in the belly. Good, go ahead, pause, change the cross of the arms. So this is again, just letting you open up your chest and shoulders. Take your right leg up, let it circle. And the other way. And we'll change the 2 knees, let this leg circle. And the other way. Good, pause, stay soft with your 2 knees. Let the hands come to rest under the head. And you'll just point and flex your feet. So point your right foot as you flex your left. Good, feeling a deep stretch into your toes. Good, and then lightly create a little bicycling movement. Good, taking that the other way. Exhale, put your 2 feet into the floor. And then just rock the pelvis side to side, letting the knees lower towards the floor, feeling the front of the hips stretch and release. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring the feet right in line with the your sitting bones, and we'll pull your head up from the floor and feel the back of the neck stretch. And then releasing that, letting it come down. Feeling the back of the neck just a little bit longer. Go ahead, let the arms float to your sides and let the pelvis float up from the floor and just breathe. Exhale, slowly lower that down to the floor. Inhale, another big breath. And exhale, pressing the feet down, bringing the palms this time underneath you, walking the shoulder blades together, breathing. Feeling an evenness, connection into the big toes, into your heels. Falling balls to heels, maybe just feel that in connection into your feet. And another big lift of your pelvis up. Exhale, release, let it come down. Slide the hands behind your right thigh once again. And then maybe the hands stretch up to your shin. And imagine the sits bones staying right next to each other. Let's exhale, rotate your right leg out. Let the left leg fall out. Inhale, bringing that leg through to the other side. Supporting with the opposite hand. And then exhale, placing the foot on your left thigh. Let's go ahead and take another little back bend. So allow the pelvis to lift up. And then release. Hands here to the thigh. We'll allow the left thigh to come all the way out into the floor. And then the right hip can stretch. Again, just feeling your breaths move low. Let's let the right leg come across the body and just twist. Then we'll place your right foot here back next to the left leg, and we'll let the left leg come up. So maybe the hands will slide down the shin. Maybe you'll give a few breaths to a pointed foot and then flex. From here, we'll let the left leg open and the right leg open as well. And then inhaling, the left leg can move across the body. Maybe the right hand comes to support under the ankle. And you can try to move the hip crease down on that left leg so the hips stay pretty balanced here. You can check the shape of your spine, the hip. We'll exhale, bring the foot to the thigh, interlace the fingers around the right thigh. Exhale, put the right foot down and let the whole leg just stretch out here for a moment in the floor. Maybe putting your hands on your abdomen, just feeling all that air enter and expand and release. And then I'm going to let the left leg just come across my body into a twist. Maybe can we leave out this lift? Did we come up? I don't think we did. So if it feels like you want to add that in on this side. And then let's exhale, let the limbs all come into the air. So a little softness through the elbows and knees. And you can let the right arm and left leg circle together. Come the other way. You can take your right hand to the left knee and let those limbs reach away and pull back. Reach away and pull back. Good. Pausing, letting the left arm and right leg circle away. And circle back in. And then tapping hand to knee, reach away, pulling back. Reach away, pulling back. And then exhale, lightly hug all those bones in over your chest. Let's inhale, hug the arms back behind the thighs, let the tailbone come up a little bit if that feels okay. And then maybe just let the femur bones slide up. And then slowly let in that release down, letting the feet come into the floor. Let's roll onto your side. And I'm just going to let my top leg just float here a few times. So a hand on the hip is to help me feel stable here. Doesn't need to be a big movement at all. You can lift the leg now if it feels good again. Make it the arm comes down in front of you. The leg moves forward and back. Good, and then we'll just bend the knee. Take your hand here to your ankle. Breathe, stretching the hip. And then exhale, folding the knee in. And then maybe a hand to the foot. And then an exhale brings the foot here to the thigh. You can take your arm overhead. And then maybe use an exhale to just lift the bottom leg up ever so slightly. And releasing down, this time the knee coming forward. Hand, backhand and foot. Stretching. So really letting the psoas release. Maybe pushing into the top of the foot. Maybe even pulling a little bit on each toe. Let's slide that bottom knee even more beneath your top leg. Find ourselves coming up here with the two knees moving towards each other. So this is my left leg over my right. And I'll check the sides of my neck once again. I'll be taking hand to head here. And then I'm going to bring my right hand to the base of my neck. Checking my neck side to side. The left hand come underneath me. The fingertips move towards each other. Little Gurudasana. And then exhale, releasing. Let my feet extend for a moment. Take a little forward bend. And then inhale, sitting up. Let's find ourselves on the other side. So I'm going to just begin by letting my top leg lift and lower. Good. Putting a hand here on my hips, I can just feel steadiness. So we want to be careful about the movement growing too big and letting your abdominals spill forward. You want to stay kind of long through your whole torso, kind of contained through the torso.
Good, and then this hand can come out in front if it makes that sensation easier, just to offer a little support as the leg now moves forward and back, just floating in the hip socket. And then we're going to go ahead and pause, let that knee bend behind you, take your hand to the ankle, feel into your knee there, letting the femur bone kind of sit low in the hip so it's not up. And let that allow the kneecap to stretch. And then we'll exhale, just give it a hug. So that elbow draped over your knee. The tailbone reaching down. Hand can come to the foot, stretching up. Really feeling the bottom thigh anchor into the floor. Good. And the top hand can lower down. Top foot can compress into the thigh. And then the top knee can travel down. And then top hand moves to the bottom foot and stretch. So I'm going to begin by applying some pressure with my palm. And then just give a little pull to each toe. And then exhale, let the two legs come a little more together as you bring yourself up. Letting the knees stack. So now kind of lightly rock the pelvis a little bit side to side. I'm going to again play with putting a hand on my ear and then letting the hand go there in. Good. Taking my hand to my ear and letting it stretch over the other way. Okay, I'll try that the other way. So left hand. Good. And then to the ear. And back the other way. Good. And then let's just bring the fingertips behind. So to the base of your neck and turn side to side. Side to side. And then let's see, can this elbow slide up so that it comes to be just right alongside your temple? And we'll bring the right hand to your low back and then again see about the arms moving up the back. Excellent. And then I'm going to exhale, just release this arm. And then let my left arm come down to the floor, bring my right arm next to it, and kind of transition for a moment onto my belly. So I'm going to just start here for a second and lightly tap your 10 toes into the floor. And from there, see if you can, with the toes lengthening, see if you can lift one femur bone than the other. Good. Now curl the 10 toes under you and try that same thing. One up, one down. Good. Now hold that little lift. And then exhale, just scoop your belly up. Let the head come down for a moment. Push up with the arms, let the head rise. Just move back. Exhale, release. Let the right foot come back, so it's coming towards your heel. And exhale up. And release. Bend the left knee. Let the head reach back. And then back down. Once again, let's bend two knees. And let the head reach back. And then we'll just exhale, float that down, rock the knees side to side. Good, and then we'll feel the knees line up right with the hips. Extend the right leg and draw it back bent. Extend the left leg and draw it back bent. Extend the right. Good, and back in. Good, it's just a big lift out. And then we're going to let the two legs come along with the right leg and allow it to lower. The left leg and lower. Right leg and lower. Left leg and lower. Lift the right leg open and close it just a couple of times. And the left leg lifts, open and close. Let the two legs come down and lift your sternum up. Exhale, the head comes down. Lift the two legs. Give that a couple of breaths. Okay, now slide the hands apart. Take your right hand and left hand just behind the head for a moment. Lift the two elbows up. Good, and then sweep the hands to your back. The hands come to the thighs. And you're going to exhale, lift up. And lift the two legs. And sweep the arms out in front. And release. Rock the back side to side. And from here, push the weight of the body back with the big toes. Move out, let the shins just melt into the floor as you take a big, long child's pose. You can walk your right hand to the right. Let the left hand come rest on top. I'll inhale, slide the left hand over to the left, take the right hand on top. little inhale, open the two arms back up once again. And then let's just exhale, let the hips move in a little, let the sternum rise up. And exhale, bring that back. So we're going to just kind of undulate through the spine and back. Scoop into the belly and undulating the spine. Good. And last time, reaching up. This time I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of my right leg, come across. And exhale, release. Bring my right hand out and across my body. And inhale, come up. Let my forearms come down for just a moment. And then slide my sternum towards the floor. And then we'll just exhale. Check in here. So 2 little things to finish up. I'm going to slide my right leg in and then let myself move all the way over this leg, maybe even bending my back knee. Again, that bend of the back knee only if it feels good. And exhale, push, push, push. Chin up. And sliding the right leg back up. Pull my left leg in. Inhale, big breath extends and guides you over. Maybe the back knee bends and the hand and foot come together. And then I'll exhale, let that leg extend. Gonna come up for just a moment. Slide my head kind of down between my two legs. Inhale, coming up, slide my arms just on the underneath my two legs. And exhale, bringing myself back up. Go ahead, lowering down deep into the floor. So again, your hands might want to come to your abdomen. Just feel your breathing. You might take a couple breaths with your hands at your jaw. Maybe pressing in. Maybe a couple of breaths with the hands at the temples. And from here, let's just lightly wiggle your fingers, your toes. And circling your ankles, your wrists, you can draw the knees up over the chest. Rocking the back side to side, front to back. We'll roll to one side. Press up and find seated. Bring the palms together to bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift. Thank you oh so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste. Yeah.